Moving on to Guinea-Conakry, ladies and gentlemen, President Alpha Condé is trying to do third term by fire by force. This man is 81 years old. Yes, 81, and he wants a referendum to change the constitution to allow him to run for third term. I don't get it. In other parts of the world, when a president's term is over, it is over now. It's over now. I haven't heard of any country in Europe where the president wants a referendum to change the constitution so that he could run again, or in America. So why is it that in Africa this happens a lot? And when people protested in Guinea, as expected, he sent soldiers to shoot at them. At least 9 people have been killed during this protest.
Gunfire in downtown Conakry. Frightened residents have locked themselves indoors. What was supposed to be a nationwide protest against President Alpha Condé has turned into street battles between security forces and demonstrators.
But why? You know what baffles me the most each time I see something like this? I always think about whatever could be going on in the minds of those soldiers that they would shoot at their own fellow citizens. People that they are suffering together. In order to protect the selfish interests of one man that doesn't even care about them. And the protest didn't start this year. At least 11 people were killed last year during those protests. By the way, have you guys noticed that a lot of countries that do this in Africa are French-speaking countries? Not all of them, but a lot of them. Why is France quiet about this? Is it that France doesn't know that this is happening, or are they empowering something from the back? The president of Burundi, Nkurunziza, changed the constitution last year, extending his tenure by 7 years. His wife is a pastor, by the way. Father, which makes no sense, because there has been so many reports of opposition members allegedly being killed since this man became president, and his wife is a pastor. That's a French-speaking country. Also in 2008, Paul Biya of Cameroon changed the constitution and removed the 2-term presidential limit. He's been in power now for more than 40 years, considering that he was the prime minister before he became president. So if you add everything together, it's been more than 40 years. Again, that's a French-speaking country. And in 2005, the president of Chad, Idriss Deby, also removed the 2-term limit from the constitution. Last year they reinstated it, but they said that it doesn't apply to Idriss Deby, that he can rule until 2033. He's been president now since 1990, when he came in through a coup, and he may still be in power till 2033. Again, that's a French-speaking country. In 2015, Paul Kagame of Rwanda changed the constitution to allow him to remain in power until 2034. He's presently in his 3rd term. Kagame came into power in 2000. That's 19 years ago. Although Rwanda was colonized by Belgium and Germany, French is one of their official languages. And as you guys know, in Togo, Faure Sigbe changed the constitution this very year, making presidency a 5-year term. However, he said that doesn't take into account the 3 terms that he has already served. 3 terms since coming into power in 2005 when his father died, which means that Sigbe could remain in power until 2030. You know how long the people of Togo have been protesting? Don't forget that his father was the president for 38 years until he died of heart attack. That's also a French-speaking country. In Ivory Coast, Ouattara changed the constitution in 2016 to allow him to run for a 3rd term in 2020. And he says that his first 2 terms did not count. He came into power in 2010. That's also a French-speaking country. In 2010, President of Djibouti, Ismail Omar Guelleh, changed the constitution to allow him to run for 3rd term. Despite coming into power since 1999, he's still the president. Djibouti is a French and Arabic-speaking country. In 2005, Ugandan President Museveni removed a term-limiting clause that would have prevented him from seeking re-election. And then in 2017, they removed a constitutional limit on the age of presidential candidates so that Museveni can run again in the 2021 election. Uganda is not a French-speaking country, but I just wanted you guys to see that there is a pattern that most of those countries are French-speaking countries. So it's sad, it's heartbreaking that this is still happening. It's not just happening in French-speaking countries. That's why I talked about Uganda as well. And I think that clinging to power at all costs, including killing those that you're supposed to represent, is one of the reasons why Africa is not moving forward as it should. We'll keep you guys posted on what's happening in Guinea. You guys not doing much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real.